You're GF, huh? You serious GF or just?
Yeah, celiac.
You're really serious?
Thank
Oh,
you
so sorry.
everyone for joining us today, and here is Chef Dave.
Hey, how you doing? Happy, what's today?
Wednesday?
Happy Wednesday, guys. Hey, I've lost track of the time. It's nice to be retired. Today we're gonna play with some nice Thanksgiving tapas. A little twist, I think just small plates. We're gonna be doing some glazed turkey meatballs. We're gonna be doing some bean casserole. Everybody loves to eat bean casserole, but I've deconstructed this. That's gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna make some smoothies, and I brought the rum because Kate forgot to. We'll just bust up on her a little bit. Okay, we're also gonna be making some roll-up antipasta tapas as well, with the cheese and stuff like that. So anyway, this is one of these sugar pie squash, which are really nice. Hopefully I can get it. No, I can't. It is a toughie. You can use, for the one thing we're doing, the baked butternuts, baked pumpkin with crudité. Yeah, that is nice. You can use this. If I can get into it. Sucker's tougher than I thought it was. Okay. See what we got in here. Yes, we got some nice fleshy here. Pumpkins are underutilized totally in our country because we mostly use them for decorations and then chuck them out afterwards. And the deer like them, and the pig farmers and the goat farmers love them. Actually, in our neighborhood, what they do is they collect all the leftover pumpkins and take them to a goat farm, and they have a really good time with it. Okay. These here are a pumpkin, which are good for, this one right into the trash, maybe, the seeds, okay? I should have done this ahead of time, I'm sorry.
No problem, we have time.
There's a lot of seeds in there.
You don't save the
Actually,
seeds
they have an
and
ice cream
roast
scoop,
them.
a large ice cream scoop works really good for getting the innards out of your pumpkin. Okay. And this is a good pumpkin because you can use it for pumpkin pie. And the things are going everywhere.
You don't save the seeds?
Huh?
You don't save the seeds?
I'll save the seeds in the other half.
Okay.
And then I'll sprinkle them around and just say, oh, where'd that come from? You know? Yeah, I like doing things like that, surprises people. Okay. Yeah, that's a tough one. Okay. Nice thing too, I also gave you a handout about the values of pumpkin. They're very nutrient rich, vitamin A. What else is on there? What else is on there? Come on, you can do this.
Vitamin D.
And E, right? So they're actually very nutritious, which is good. And that's there as well. I researched that, and I actually sourced the site that I got it from. Okay, so let's just cut these in some pieces here. I should have used the acorn squash. Olive oil. A little bit of cinnamon. And paprika. That's it. And a little bit of bootleg maple syrup. And into a preheated oven. And let's hope it cooks into it. One of the other things we're going to do too is actually deconstructed bean casserole. And because we have one gluten-free person in our crowd today, we're going to do something special for him. Okay? We're going to take the mushroom, hollow it out, put a little dab of cream cheese in there, a little piece of brie. Now this is the good brie, it's not the stuff that's been recalled. Have you guys seen the recall list here lately?
No, I didn't even know that any brie had been
It's
recalled.
been ferocious. I mean, carrots have been recalled
Yeah.
from a farm out in out in California. It's just becoming ridiculously crazy. Get a couple of mushrooms. Those on there. Oops. I'll tickle this for a little bit of paprika. Maybe. I'll put that in. I'll put that in with the squash. They can all talk together. Okay. Now I can start using flour. Okay. What we're gonna do here, we've got the puff pastry. Change my clothes. I got the puff pastry. One sheet goes a long way, and we're going to actually prove that. These appetizers take, so we're just making small amounts, which is kind of nice. Okay. Nice thing about all these things I'm doing here, you can prep them in advance, and you can also freeze them. Some of the things you can prep in advance and freeze, and then you've got it, and then your superstar friends come over. Okay, the directions say to roll it out approximately 10 by 16. Chopping board happens to be close to that size. Okay. There's noisy all this stuff up here. I'm one of these people that write directions out, and then I look at them, and I think about them, and then say to myself, is there a different way we can do it? Well, I did that, and I sent Kate some ideas. I redid everything and sent it to Kate, so she republished it. Then we'll cut this in half, because half of this will be for the beans. This is very therapeutic. It's docker. The concept of docking is to put little tiny holes in the puff pastry so it doesn't rise a whole lot. It's bean side and other side. Now, if you don't have a docker, you take 2 forks, and if you're any good as a drummer, you just put the holes in that way. For many years ago, I worked in a property. There was a young man there. He had rhythm. That guy would take 2 forks and he just beat that puff pastry up almost forever. Had a really good time doing it, which was fun. Okay, so we're gonna do the what you call it first. The antipasto one first. Okay. Okay, and we're gonna first of all, I've got the olives here. And here I got the pepperoncini, the Kamala olives, garlic, all fresh. It's got a spice to it, and olive oil. Okay, we'll just throw a little bit of that on there. You just spread that. You can do this in a food processor and obviously make it closer to a paste, or you could do it by a knife. And since I was just using a small amount, I just did it with a knife. It smells good, don't it? Can you smell the garlic? I will throw in a little bit of cheese. Some thinly sliced provolone. Now, secret to working this stuff is take it out of the fridge and let it soften up a little bit. Otherwise, it breaks up and it's really a pain in the kazoozie. Kazoozie? I'm not spelling that to do it. Okay. Meanwhile, let's come over here. Yeah, let's do what I should have done at the beginning. Is roast my pepper. And you can buy store-bought roasted peppers if you want to, or you can blister them this way. Hopefully we don't set off the fire alarm here. Okay, And then some pepperoni. Blisters them off really fast. Hopefully that smoke won't set you off here. You think it will?
I mean, you've never set it off before, so
Okay.
you've definitely blistered peppers in here before. I think we're okay.
Blister that. And then what I would do normally, if I wasn't in a hurry, I would take this and put it into a, I'll turn it off because you're looking worried.
No, I think you're fine. It doesn't seem smoky.
I would take it, put it into a plastic bag, and then let it sweat itself. And that way, all the skin will come off later on. So we're just not going to do that right now because we're in a hurry. I'm just going to knead this a little bit. Okay, there we go. I'll put a couple pieces of pepper down here, as well down the center. Believe it or not, this is partially cooked. It's not totally cooked, but partially cooked. Up here. Now the fun part. You gotta take them and roll this up. This is where it gets really ugly. Because you gotta roll it up as tight as possible, okay? So just very carefully. Doesn't look real pretty to begin with, but afterwards it comes out nice. There you want. Okay, you ever have that problem where you got your parchment paper just like flying around on you? Have less pan you go. All right. Get a quick shot. The parchment paper works like glue, and it's not gonna fly on you. Right. Take that and put that here like that. And we'll do the second one. Getting these as tight as possible is the right way to do it. Now, I'm gonna make an experiment here. I'm gonna leave one of them whole like that, and the other one I'm going to cut up in smaller pieces. That way. So we've got, and then we can decide which one we like the best. Fold it over there, that's it. Okay. A little bit of olive oil, you've got the olive oil down the bottom. Brush it a little bit. Okay, that one's ready to go into the oven. Okay, directions say chill it. Chill, it's called chill. You should chill it in the refrigerator. That way it holds up nicer, but we're not gonna do that right now. Okay. We're gonna take our other piece of pastry, and we can actually change that around too. We can do the same thing with that. This one says cut it into 5-inch squares. We make like little croissant thingies. Let's see how that works. since I'm wearing gloves. I'll take a little chunk of cheese here. First couple pieces don't stick to your glove. After that, they start sticking. Tell you how much I hate these gloves.
Yes.
Numerous times. Hey, it's okay. See. And get a garlic in there. Make some beans. Now what I did, I bought the frozen sliced slivered green beans. And they work just as well. They're actually easier because you take out the beans you want. You put them in some water, let them soften up, drain the water off, and pat them dry as much as possible. And then you have them. Take some brie. You got all these guys covered in. Now the fun part, the tedious part, is to roll them up, make like a little croissant thingy out of them. If we can do this nice. They'll be perfect, but they will be good. Little that one's gonna open up. Now, you can actually do this with the store-bought crescent roll mix if you want to. Pop it fresh, smack it and pack it. That'll work. Okay? Just roll them out a little extra thin so they don't rise too much, that's all. Get these guys into the oven in a second. Just because I can, I will. I like cheese. Power of cheese. Eat that too. Good. These I'm not taking home. They're here for now. Hey, next thing, our turkey meatballs. Okay, what I've done to save some time, actually I've taken the turkey, both the ground turkey. I finally diced my onions and everything and did that at home. Then mix everything to save a little bit of time. To get your pan hot. Always when you saute, remember, first thing you do is get your pan hot. Then you put in your cooking medium, oil, butter, or whatever, and then you put in your food. If that's finished, I'm going to a little fun thing. I can always use a little cool water. That helps release it. Much easier released after you get it wet. And the important thing is you don't want to color the onions when you saute them off. You just want to, I kind of blanch them in the olive oil. And always what I do, after I season it and everything, then I'll cook off a little piece and taste it, make sure it's right. Everybody has a different likeness to seasonings. And I liked it, so I took a big part of it, big piece, made a big patty out of it, and had a turkey burger for lunch.
Nice.
Okay, so yeah, that happens as well. These gloves, your hands get sweaty, the gloves don't want to go. Light on this oven?
Inside?
Huh?
Inside, yeah, there should be a button for it. Or do you mean from the microwave?
Yeah.
Should be down at the bottom of the,
Night light. I don't want night light, I don't worry about
You want the one inside the oven?
it. Yeah, I want the, that way I don't forget it, otherwise I'll burn it.
Pretty sure there's.
Don't worry about
yeah,
it.
there should be one on, for the left maybe.
Got the sizzle. You're welcome. Like those things, when you want something, you can't find it. When you find it, you don't need it. You ever have those days?
Oh, yeah.
The reason I'm doing it in this pan is called sauteur, is it's a saute pan with a high side on it. Because I cook the meatballs off, and then I can put my cranberry mixture into it and continue cooking and only have to wash up one pan. Now you could do the same thing with a meatless meatball as well. Coulis, barley burgers. That works also. And you notice for my stainless steel pans, I don't use metal utensils in them. I use a plastic utensil. I got that one too hot one day and it kind of bent on me. Okay? Last thing you want to do is scratch up your stainless steel. Yes, it will scratch. Okay? Especially if you use another utensil. Let that go for a bit. All right. We got our cranberry over here. We'll put that in a few minutes. All the way down here, we'll put our smoothie off. I've got banana in here, sugar-free ice cream. Didn't all come out. I'm glad I know where your spoons are.
Mm.
Little tiny bit of pumpkin spice. This is very overpowering, so not to put too much in there. I've got my almond milk with my dates in there. And some ice. I'll roll my own ice.
Very good, very good.
I always put more in if I need it. Just put a lid on it. Don't make a mistake of leaving the sink turned on when you put your basil in there. It may not be a good result. Especially with orange, you get all these orange pieces in there. See, some people do. And of course, it's not going to blend properly because the chocolate will be. It's still Murphy's Law. Okay. You didn't see me do that. That happens sometimes. Okay. Hey, they're starting to go. Okay. I want to talk about something this morning. Almond milk. I chose to use almond milk for my non-dairy liquid today. Did you know it takes between 3 and 19 almonds to make 8 ounces of almond milk? If you take that, and surprisingly enough, it takes 1.1 gallons of water to water an almond tree to make 1 almond nut. Okay, so if you're making, and if you're going to do a gallon of almond milk, it takes about 23 gallons of water. Unfortunately, that's not very sustainable, but people like almond milk. Oat milk is not quite as bad. It's not as frisky on the water. because mostly it's done in the fields and it relies on nature to do it like that. But the nutrients in almond milk are not as concentrated, obviously because it's spread out, as eaten whole almond. You can make your own almond milk. You can take a couple handfuls of almonds, blanched, lightly roasted, into a blender with some water, blend the dickens out of it, and then drink it down straight away. You can make your own oat milk as well. You do the same thing. You take the roll of oats, basically a cup of roll of oats, 3 to 6 cups of water, depending on how thick you want it, and let that puppy blend into it as thin as possible. And then let it blend as thin as possible and strain out all the fish out. And it'll probably keep in your refrigerator for 2 or 3 days safely. Okay. Safely. Butanes. This is butane, and it has a higher expansion rate than natural gas, and also it's hotter than natural gas. So you gotta be careful using it. It will sneak up on you and get really hot really fast. Okay? Now, if I had some white wine, I would kind of put a little white wine in there, but since I don't, I won't. Okay. The reason I'm doing all in one pan is to get all the sediment off the bottom of the pan. And the one thing is, I do have a recipe for a barley burger. That would work perfectly with this as well. And if you want that, if anybody wants that recipe, shoot me off an email. The email's in the bottom. I think I put them in there, did I?
Yeah.
I did. Bottom's the recipe page. I'll be happy to send that recipe out to you. Okay? It's a nice little recipe. It's a little involved, but it's good. Okay? Just let that sit for a minute. It's not going anywhere. There we go. Itty bitty tiny weedy flame, just to keep it hot and happy. Good stuff. What I've done in advance, I've cut my carrots. And instead, most people just make the sticks. Well, I like cutting the carrots in like a spade kind of thing. Same with the celery. Reason being is, if you're doing it for a dip, I can get this open. You can actually get more on a carrot this way than you can on a stick. Simple logistics. Okay. Where to? That is a mixture, 50-50 of cream cheese and feta cheese, just kind of mixed together. Not quite yet. There's our meatballs. Trash. And a flour for you. Let's see how our stuff's doing in the oven. Not a white. Close. We're getting very close. Another 3 or 4 minutes. So when you do pumpkin, if you cut the pumpkin for Halloween, well, then the bacteria will get into it. I wouldn't recommend eating If you just have the whole pumpkins out there for decoration, yes, you can eat them. These are ugly, but there is something inside of them you can eat if you really want to. But the, what you call it, the sugar pie squash, which is one I have over there, really looks terrible from this angle. It is very nutritious and quite sweet and very good. This makes an excellent pumpkin pie. Excellent pumpkin pie. And just in case the squash was bad, I did buy an acorn squash. That works just as well too. Same process, same principle. Cut up in wedgies, take out the seeds. A little salt and pepper if you want. If you're watching your salt, no salt. Because all food has its own natural salt in it. A little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of maple syrup, and shake it and bake it in the oven, and you're finished with it. And then when they come out, you can take them and lime around here as well. And I would serve this with a spoon. Small spoon. That way your guests can break off the pumpkin, mix in with this, or put it on their plate separately, and then eat it as well, whenever they want to. Okay. Any questions? Somebody's got to have a question somewhere, because I need about 5 more minutes before these things are done.
Does anyone on Zoom have any questions?
No? Easy crowd. Well, if you'd like to start nibbling on the meatballs, you may.
Okay.
They're nibbly. They're nibbly okay.
You taste test them, make sure they're good.
No. You don't want them.
Not good.
Okay.
Thank you.
With the smoothie, you can use the roasted sunflower seeds if you want, or you could use a granola bar. And if it's been one of those days, you do that to the granola bar, take out your stress, because it's better to do that on a granola bar than your guests. Okay. If you like that idea, huh? If you had some cups, if you would like to do the honors.
Absolutely.
Okay. And let's see how close we are to getting these guys out of the oven here.
Really quite good.
Good. I won't eat any because it has bananas in it.
Oh,
Yeah, bananas and I don't agree with each other. So we have this mutual respect.
okay.
Wait, you want granola or pumpkin seeds? Okay, we got granola.
Granola's gluten-free.
Yes, it is actually. I looked. Okay.
That's pretty simple.
I can't touch this without touching the eating part of it. You'll have to get
Thank
it.
you. Oh. Oh, yeah. I probably should put them in upside down. Careful.
Hmm?
You burn yourself.
Not twice. Yes, some spoons, you can share that.
Beautiful.
Very good.
They do, they look so cute.
Thank you.
Okay, they're bubbly hot.
Mhm.
Actually, I think I like the long roll better. It doesn't leak as much.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do this off in a second.
But the cut ones, you get all the crispy cheese. The cut
Yes,
ones,
the
get all
crispy- yeah, it's
crispy
crispy cheese.
Yes.
So you don't have the crispy cheese over here because everything
Is inside.
pretty much
still.
stayed inside the way it's supposed to. Let's see. And normally I would wait a little bit till this cools off. But we're not gonna do that. Okay. There's those.
Any questions for Chef Dave from Zoom?
Oh, just asking if he'll come to my house and do it.
Well, thank you for joining us today. The recipes should be in your email this morning.
Anywhere.
And the recording of this will be available soon on YouTube.
And the one thing about these ingredients, you can change these around any way you want. You can use asparagus instead of beans. I mean, anything you want. I mean, all up to you. You own the recipe. You make changes. You have fun. And hey, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Thank you.